Hiding and sneaking are two things that every single narcissist absolutely excels at doing. They will hide everything, and this can include their new relationships. But why would a narcissist want to hide the new supply? Wouldn't the normal thing that they would do would be they'd want to blast it on social media and shove it in people's faces as well as down their throats? Believe it or not, there are actually times where it benefits a narcissist to hide the new supply. This video exposes what those reasons are, why they're doing it, as well as a few other things about a narcissist hiding new supply. Number 1, avoiding exposure. Now, obviously, the narcissist really cares about their image, making sure they keep up that false narrative and other appearances. They're always worried about what everybody thinks of them. So they can sometimes keep their new partner on the down low. It helps dodge a lot of drama, gossip, or judgment. You're going to hear that word a lot in this video. Judgment from people who might not approve of what they're up to. Number 2, fearful confrontation. Narcissists dread the possibility of confrontations or conflicts that could erupt if the new source of supply is discovered by other people. Naturally, this fear is particularly present if they're still entangled with a previous partner, maybe hoovering them, stringing them along, or if their relationships form a tangled web where there's more than two people. They go to great lengths, their new source hidden. They can actually continue with their current relationship until they're ready to discard. Most of the time, they're going to discard and move on to somebody else. The issue with that always is that needs to be done on the narcissist's terms. They need to be the one who discards. Number 4, multiple options. This one is also very self-explanatory. Narcs juggle multiple sources of attention, admiration, validation, of course, to boost the ego, the self-esteem, and it also keeps them feeling very highly valued. The more people that are chasing them, it raises their value. And by keeping these sources apart and out of sight, this is kind of how they ensure that they always have something, because no source ever finds out. Everybody thinks they're the only one, and they're all being fed off of. Number 5, controlling secrecy. Narcissists thrive on maintaining control, of course, over relationships. How many times over the last 5 years have I said power and control? So they're often orchestrating situations to their advantage. Keeping the new source of supply hidden can definitely be one of those strategic moves, and it just helps them, again, dodge the judgment and interference from other people. And this secrecy also allows them to maintain that really shitty false narrative facade of stability and respectability. Don't forget, it's all about what everybody else thinks. All of that's happening behind the scenes. And it actually ensures that they can look respectable and get the admiration and the validation they are so desperately craving. Navigating life after a toxic relationship can feel like you are just lost in an endless maze. I specialize in helping people deal with the challenges of narcissistic personality disorder. My approach to coaching and counseling is different than anybody else's. You and I can connect over the phone so that you can feel comfortable in the privacy of your own space, whatever that may be. You can chat with me just like a friend. You won't find stiff office vibes or one-size-fits-all advice here. Every session is tailored to your needs, whatever those may be. There won't be any generic or sugar-coated solutions, just genuine, personalized support from someone who's been there and knows what really works. Are you ready to begin feeling more empowered and regain control over your life? If so, click the link at the top of the screen, or you can send a text or an email. That information is also available on the screen for you, and you can get started today. It's always interesting to know why new supply is hidden, of course, but I feel it's equally as fascinating to know how a narcissist is able to do this and keep the new fling, or maybe more than one, pretty well hidden. So I want to dive into that for a minute here just because, I'll be honest, I just think it's interesting. So first of all, they're very calculated in what they choose to share and who they choose to share it with, of course. They might only reveal details about certain relationships that benefit them or enhance their image in front of other people. They can run and tell 5 different people 5 different stories. Everyone has a different version, and I'll tell you something, between the 5 of them, they still don't have 100% of the truth. Narcissists are honestly just really good at keeping their new relationships under wraps. They're all about controlling, of course, and how they're perceived. They want to avoid any kind of accountability. So therefore, tactics come in like gaslighting that make you doubt yourself or what you've seen or heard if you question them, of course, about the new person. You're crazy, you need help, you didn't see that, you don't know what you're talking about. You've heard it all, survivor. They're also experts at actually compartmentalizing their life and keeping their new beau completely separate from their friends and family who might not like the shady shit that they're obviously doing and wouldn't approve. Also, I might not like it so much, but today is the digital age, and they can use their tech to their advantage as well, hiding messages, using secret accounts and apps. I have videos on them. Here they are on the screen for you. Check them out. When suspicions come up, they're quick to also project, flip the script, start blame shifting, accusing other people of being, of course, paranoid, jealous, crazy, and try to throw off any scrutiny that might come their way. And this also helps in the moment that they are smooth talkers. So it can go over quite well when they are trying to accuse others and make them feel paranoid or jealous. They have a charm and charisma that they can use to paint themselves as, again, respectable and committed while they're out pursuing other relationships behind the scenes. Honestly, deep down, they're scared of getting caught. They know that it could wreck their reputation, and they are very concerned about that. It could also ruin everything. Again, if everybody finds out, then you know who they have? Nobody. And some narcs even bounce from one relationship to the next, and they're so good at it, nobody catches on. A really big reason why I think new supply is hidden a lot of the time is shame. I have a few videos coming about shame, and so I kind of want to add this piece in here to this video as well. When a narcissist gets involved with somebody new, they honestly might feel pretty embarrassed about it for a couple of different reasons. We know how vain these people are, so maybe the new person just doesn't measure up to ridiculously set standards. Maybe they're less attractive, less successful. Maybe they're not as well regarded socially, but they're the only ones who bit on the hook when the narcissist came knocking. The narc went fishing, put 10, 15, 20 lines in the water, and this is the one they got. They didn't want it, but it beats going home with no fish. You know what I mean? Narcs care a lot about how they appear to others, so if the new partner doesn't fit some mold that the narcissist expects them to fit, it can really bother them. Plus, deep down, narcissists are riddled with insecurities, just like anybody else. If the new relationship shines a light on said insecurities, the narc will begin to feel inadequate or unworthy, and again, it hits the shame button that they have. You know how it is. These people are terrified of criticism, gossip, rumors going around. They're so worried about what other people think. And again, it's all about keeping up appearances. So a lot of times, things that don't appear to be very good are very, very hidden. Of course, they're always comparing. If the new person doesn't stack up in some way, shape, or form to past partners, it can actually be a blow to the narc's ego. Maintaining high status in front of others is very crucial to them. So honestly, anything less just kind of makes them feel like they're losing at something. And in the end, shame about the new partner boils down to, usually it's mostly them. It's their own insecurities, their own fear, and a lot of judgment, the fear of judgment, and the pressure to, again, keep up the appearances. So, why do you think that new supply is hidden? Do you feel like this is something that's really common? I don't think it's super common, but I definitely know that it happens. I also feel like supply sources are hidden from some people and not others, but that goes back to my everybody kind of gets a different version of the truth thing. So, share your thoughts and stories down in the comments. Thanks so much for listening today. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider subscribing. If you'd like to support me further, you can become a channel member for as little as $1 a month, and your support helps me to continue creating videos and continuing these conversations and spreading awareness, education, and support. I thank you for the consideration. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.